So I've been wanting to talk about Grant Morrison in some way for a while, but still haven't been able to, get all my thoughts out. Grant Morrison is one of the best comic book writers out there today, and maybe the best. I could do a whole series on Morrison. I've read multiple scripts on his work. It's just each script just gets more schizophrenic than the last. The fact is, I want to do a series discussing this man's work. Keyword is want. But if my friend GF Savages can make a video on every Kurosawa movie, I can at least make a couple videos on Grant Morrison's work. To start off, I think the best way to introduce Morrison is through the book Flex Mentallo, or Flex Mentallo, however you want to pronounce it. Flex Mentallo is the thickest 4 issues of a comic I've ever read. The story is about Doom Patrol character Flex Mentallo and his search for lost superheroes in a crumbling world, as we see a crazy Scotsman named Wally Sage ranting about superheroes and kind of commentating on the whole story. It is the most abstract of any Morrison's work, and Morrison at his most Jodorowsky-esque, and possibly most autobiographical. Like the crazy Scotsman character Wally Sage really is just Grant Morrison in what he calls a fiction suit, a way for him to exist within the reality of his fiction. He's going insane ranting about his love of superheroes as Flex is trying to save his world of fiction. Flex isn't really even the main character. Wally Sage is. Wally Sage is the one who goes through the most growth. Wally is also literally me, as in he's a schizo who loves comic books. While I'm at it, I'll also like to add that Frank Wiley's art is outstanding and really makes the whole thing. He's a master. He's the only man who can make this comic truly come alive. Like, look at these covers, man. The comic spans 4 issues, each part of a different comic age. Golden, Silver, Modern, and the Renaissance. An age Morrison wants to manifest into existence. If you want a really good analysis of this comic, I'd highly recommend Strange Brain Parts video on that. Consider this an ad for that video on that guy's channel, since he's able to explain the schizophrenia of the comic in a way better way than I can. What makes the comic interesting is how many ways you can interpret it. You can see it as the birth of fiction into reality, the canonical birth of the DC universe, a documentary of another dimension, or just the mind of a crazy guy deciding to accept hope instead of nihilism, thanks to his love of his favorite superheroes. That our belief can be reality, and we can change the world for the better. Instead of apathetically accepting drudgery, we can have something more. We can have hope. Hope to make us feel alive. There's this idea Morrison seems to hold on a lot, which is that humans invented the bomb, the most destructive physical force in the world. But the bomb, like everything else, started as an idea. Same thing with Superman. Superman started as an idea as well. If we have the capability to come up with the bomb, we can come up with Superman. What Flex Mentallo's goal is not just to find the superheroes of this lost dimension, it's to bring them back, to bring back hope. In the state of comics at the time, it was very postmodern, very dark, and very filled with drudgery and nihilism, an acceptance of realism instead of wanting to make things better. A mentality that Wally Sage is in when he finds teenage Wally at the end of the book as the main supervillain. But he's able to change him, show him the way. And that way, he stops being apathetic to life, starts feeling alive. The superheroes can be seen as a metaphor for, well, superheroes, but they can also be a metaphor for one's hope for a better tomorrow. That can be seen in the last page. Ultimately, Flex Mentallo is about humanity's capability through imagination and how we can bring our ideas to fruition. This is a comic one either thinks is a masterpiece or an incomprehensible mess. But hey, why not both? Anyway, I love it. Go check it out. Go read it. This is just a quick video. I'm out. I'm deep. What do you want me to say? You want me to make an hour-long video on this? Screw that. I got stuff to do. Anyway, later.
Here we are!